Now let's move on to writing task 2. You should spend about 40 minutes on this task. Yeah, 40 minutes. Okay? And write about the following topic. TOEIC, read that.
Some people say that the main environmental problem of our time is the loss of particular species of plants and animals. Others say that there are more important environmental problems. Discuss both these views and give your own.
Yes. Yeah, so this is the main thing, okay? All of the thing in the box, all of the things in the box, that is the main thing. You have to focus on that. Some people say that the main environmental problem of our time is the loss of particular species of plants and animals. Others say that there are more important environmental problems. Discuss both these views and give your own opinion. So that is the main thing. And below that you see something like give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples, blah, blah, blah. This is just exactly the same as in every writing task. Okay? So to do all of the writing tasks, you have to do this. Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. And remember, you have to write at least 250 words. Got it? Okay, the first question, guys. For those of you who never learned IELTS writing task 2 before, my first question is, in your introduction, can you repeat the same thing? Like all of the words in the box, you see that, right? Some people say that until discuss both these, blah, blah, blah. Can you repeat all of the words there? Can you use all of the words there? Yes or no? No. The answer is no, okay? Because I don't know why, but some other teachers or some other centers, I don't know why and what could be the reason, but some just gave some advice to their students that they can use or they can write exactly the same thing again. That is a huge mistake, okay? You are not allowed to write the same thing again. Why is that? Why? Why don't we write it? Because it's correct, right? Everything is correct and it is professional as well. Why can't we write? Why is that? Because the examiner won't count these words in your writing task. You understand? Remember, you have to write at least 250 words. For example, you write 250 words. The number of words is correct. Okay? But if you write the same thing here, like we have 30 words here, and then you write exactly the same, so then the examiner may just deduct 30 words from your writing essay, and you only have 220 words in total. You understand? Because of course that is just a topic. It's there for you to do writing. It's not there for you to copy. You understand? Instead, what should you do? What should you do?
Use synonyms.
Yeah, you have to paraphrase that. Okay, you have to paraphrase that. You have to paraphrase the main idea using your own words. Okay, but be very careful. Of course, you can use some words again, but don't use exactly the same way. Okay, you can use some words here again, doesn't really matter. You don't have to change everything. Got it? You can use them, but you have to use with a different way. Put them into kind of different sentences. Okay? Alright, now before doing writing task 2, do you know what you need to do to get a high score? What do you need to do? Tell me. Should you just jump right in and do it? Yes or no? Yes or no? We only have 40 minutes, right? After reading that and we understand the topic, should we just jump right in and start with the with the introduction? Yes or no? So what should you do first?
Take note.
Yes, you have to make a plan first. Okay? And how long do you need to spend for your plan? What? Yes, from 3 to 5 minutes. Okay? Before doing anything, you need to spend around 3 to 5 minutes to make a plan. In your plan, what should you do? Thầy đang hướng dẫn lại cho những bạn chưa bao giờ làm writing hoặc writing điểm quá thấp nha, cho nên các bạn tập trung vô. Okay, what should you do in your plan? What should you write? The main idea like what? So first of all, what should you do? No, that's not a good plan. What should you do, guys?
Structure.
Yeah, you have to make a good structure. Like what? You start with what?
Introduction.
Yeah. Guys, in your plan, you need to write the introduction first, right? So you can write an intro or introduction, but I like to write intro and make it short. You don't have time, right? Remember? Okay, the next question is, should you write some full sentences in your plan? Never do that, okay? Why?
It's great time.
Yeah, because you don't have time. Remember, you don't have time. If you spend time just to check and fix things and you try to write some full sentences, that you will never have enough time. You just write your main idea only, but in the right structure, okay? So first of all, you need an introduction. You can write intro or introduction, it's up to you. Okay? And then you use bullet points. We call this bullet points, okay? Point number 1, point number 2. Alright? So for the introduction for this one, what should you do? What should you write in the introduction? Yes, the first thing you need to do is to paraphrase the topic sentence. Yeah? And what is the topic sentence? What is the topic sentence here? Ngọc Anh, tell me.
The main environment problem of our time is the loss of particular species of plant and animals.
No. That should be the whole thing in the box, except the thing like discuss both these views, blah blah. Okay, so the first few sentences there. Some people say that the main environmental problem of our time is the loss of particular species of plants and animals. Others say that there are more important environmental problems. So that is the main topic sentence, right? So that is the main thing. So first of all, in your introduction, you need to paraphrase that. Okay? Or you can we use that another word. I mean, you write that again in your own words. Write again in your own words. That topic sentence. Okay? Write in your own words. So here I just do that, but you have to do it for yourself. Okay? You can write something very short, like this and that, blah, 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 very short. You have to do it. And what's next? What else? You need two things. You need two things in the introduction. So first of all, you need to paraphrase the main topic sentence, right? And then what is the next thing?
Give the own idea or own opinion.
Yes, at least you have to say, because here they say, the next one they say, discuss both these views and give your own opinion, right? So you have to mention there, like in this essay, I will do this, I will do that. Okay? Just to show the examiner that you understand the topic and your plan. Here's my plan. In this essay, I'm going to do this. Okay? But if like they read that and they say, oh, in this essay I'm going to do some wrong things, then they know, oh my God, I don't need to read this anymore. You understand? Yeah. So that is why in this essay I'm going to do blah blah blah. Okay. I will blah blah. Okay. So those two things you need to do in the introduction. It should not be too long, guys. Yeah. Maybe 4 to 5 lines. 4 to 5 lines. Yeah. Don't make it 10 lines. Don't write 10 lines here. Unnecessary. Okay, guys? Okay, I will mark it here like 4 to 5 lines. Yeah. 4-5 dòng thôi bạn. Introduction. Các bạn kết thúc trong vòng 4 đến 5 dòng thôi thầy. Các bạn không được viết 10-15 dòng nha. Got it? Why is that? Why don't you write 10 to 15 lines for the introduction?
To put the main idea for life.
No, because you don't have time. You have no time. You understand? You don't have enough time. Bạn tưởng 40 phút nhiều lắm sao? You understand? You don't have time. So I put it here. Time. Guys. You don't have time. Remember, you have to stay like 4 to 5 minutes for the plan, right? So you only have 35 minutes left for the essay. You don't have time. Okay, so this is the introduction. Next, what should you do? What? Yeah, body. Yeah, next you have the body, right? Này giống như văn Việt Nam thôi mà bạn. Yeah, mở bài, thân bài, kết luận, right? So in the body, what do you need?
The first topic sentence.
No, you need like paragraph 1. How many paragraphs in the body do you need?
2. At least 2.
Yeah, at least 2, and then maybe you need like 2 or 3. Or some people, they have so many ideas and they can write very fast. Yes, they can think of 4, but I don't think so. Too much. I think 2 to 3 paragraphs should be more than enough. Yeah? 2 here, 2 to 3 paragraph should be more than enough for the body. So here you have paragraph 1. Okay? And you also have paragraph 2. Yeah? Now, what should you do in paragraph 1? Tell me.
Topic sentence.
You write a topic sentence again. Why?
Conclude the first main idea and explain on paragraph 1.
Yeah, kind of someone else, please. Ủa các bạn khác không biết phải viết gì luôn hả? Ngồi im rồi. You have no idea. Đâu với cái topic này mình làm gì đây? Với cái chủ đề này mình làm gì đây? Các bạn khác cho ý tưởng này. Các bạn mà không biết các bạn cần viết gì là chắc chắn bạn ăn band 4 đổ xuống nha. Và thực tế là các bạn đã làm test này rồi thì cho các bạn band 4, 4.5 đúng không? Là lý do đó bạn vẫn chưa biết bạn cần phải viết cái gì. So in paragraph 1, tell me guys, what should we write?
Write about the online aspect of the topic.
Write about all of the aspects of the topic. Like what? Okay, just look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And tell me. Look at the topic. And then tell me, what should you write at?
Writes about the more important environmental problems. What we ought to see.
Alright guys. Look at the question. What is the main question? Ngọc, Thiên Nga.
Some people say that the main point of
No, wrong. Các bạn xác định sai hết những cái gì gọi là chủ đề, cái gì là câu hỏi này kia là đảm bảo bài các bạn đi đứt nha. Các bạn chỉ viết đại hoặc là các bạn tra văn mẫu hay gì vân vân thôi. What is the main question here, guys? If you don't know the question, then how can you answer that? Yes. The main question here is, or the main requirement here is, discuss both these views and give your own opinion. Do you understand? So that's what they are asking you to do. So what do you want to do? They ask you to discuss both these views. So that means that in the body you have to discuss those two views. Do you understand? That is the requirement. If you don't write about it, what do you want to write? Got it? So the main questions again, discuss both these views and give your own opinion. That means you can always give your opinion all the time, anywhere, but you always have to discuss both these views. So I must say, in the body, let's say you have 2 paragraphs or maybe 3 paragraphs, it's up to you. So I must say, like in paragraph 1, you need to discuss view number 1, right? Do you think so? Yes. So paragraph 1, you need to discuss view number 1. What else can you do? Right? So discuss view number 1. So based on that, do you think the paragraph 2, what should you do? Yes, discuss view number 2. Keep it simple, guys. So paragraph 1, you discuss view number 1. Paragraph 2, you discuss view number 2. Of course, you can always add more paragraphs, like paragraph 3 or 4. When? When should you do that? When should you add more paragraphs? For what? Like, because you need to add paragraph 3 because you have view number 3. Do you have view number 3? No, you don't have view number 3. You don't have view number 4. You only have 2 views. So sometimes some people just do like 3 or 4 paragraphs in the body. So what are you doing? Are they out of their mind or something? Tell me, what do you think? So if I want, okay, here paragraph 1, right? So before doing the next paragraph, we discuss view 2. Can I add 1 more paragraph here? Yes or no? Yes. And if I have to add 1 more paragraph, what should I write about?
About view 1.
Yes, also about view number 1. Just because why I need more paragraphs? Because maybe I have so many ideas. And I really agree with that view. So I have a lot of ideas. I want to support that idea. So that's why I add more paragraphs. But I still discuss view number 1. Do you understand? Just like we can say that it's just some extra paragraph. Got it? But you still discuss view number 1. Yeah? And after you finish everything in view number 1, you will start view number 2. And after 1 paragraph, if you think, oh, you still have more ideas, you still want to add more, then you add another paragraph, but you still discuss view number 2. You don't just come with some kind of brilliant idea to discuss view number 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever. No. Yeah, got it? Yeah, so lastly, after doing all of these things, lastly you have what? Conclusion, yes. What should you do here? Yeah, that's right, summarize, yes. Conclusion. That means you need to summarize all of the main ideas there. From where? You summarize the main ideas from where? From the introduction to the last paragraph of the body. Whatever you have just discussed up there, you need to summarize it down here in the conclusion. Okay? What is the key thing to keep in mind here when you summarize it? Should you change the idea suddenly? Like here you say that, oh, I support this one, I support view number 1, and suddenly at the end you say, oh, now I changed my mind, I think view number 2 is the best one. Should you do that? No, you should never do that. Okay? Remember, you have to keep everything in, you know, like everything must be integrated. It must show the same thing. Just like when you watch a movie, okay, it must show everything. Okay, at the beginning it's like one, and then at the end it must be the same thing. You cannot like at the beginning you show Tom and Jerry, and at the end you show like the Avengers or something. It doesn't make any sense. You understand? So for example, in the introduction, here, in this essay, I will, and then you say you support this idea or that idea or whatever, and here you, because you support view number 1, so you have to write a lot about view number 1. And in the conclusion, you repeat that, you say, well, I also support view number 1. But of course you have to use some different words and phrases. You cannot just repeat the same words again and again, you understand? But the idea should be the same. The words should be changed, but the ideas should be kept. Got it? And here you say, well, the view number 2 is not that important. So in the conclusion, you also say again, yeah, view number 2 is not so important. You cannot just change. You say here, view number 2 is not important, and you come to the conclusion, oh, view number 2 is the most important thing here. Doesn't make any sense. Okay? Just like, first you say, oh, I know that guy, he is a very nice guy, good, he did that, good thing, blah, blah. And in conclusion, I hate him. He's a bad guy. My God, what do you think? It doesn't make any sense, right? Yeah? And then you have, guys, after you make a plan like this, and here you need to write something like discuss view 1. Wait, what is view 1? Tell me. What is view number 1 here?
The main environmental problem of our time is the loss of particular species of plants and animals.
Yes, that is view number 1. You have to add something like, some people say that the main environmental problem of our time is the loss of particular species of plants and animals. Okay? So that's view number 1. Hương, what's view number 2? Yes, others say that there are more important environmental problems. So that's view number 2. Okay? So view number 1, discuss view 1, that is the loss of particular species of plants and animal, right? I just write something here, plants and animals. Okay? And view number 2 here, that is like more important environmental problems. Okay? More important environmental problems. Here guys, when you write like this, then you have to think. You have to think. What are the other environmental problems? And then you have to mention it here. Okay? You have to write here. Got it? And this one, the loss of plants and animals, you need to write some kind of idea to support that one. Yeah? So at least you know, okay, now you analyze the topic and you know, okay, this view 1 is the loss of some particular plants and animals. View 2 is more important environmental problem, and you need to come up, okay, what are they? Yeah? Yeah, and here's the conclusion. Got it? Now guys, we need to put that in practice. Now take 5 minutes, do this. Make your plan fast. 5 minutes. Các bạn để ý nha, ví dụ cái nào mà bạn support á, thì các bạn có nhiều idea hơn, đúng không? Hiểu đâu bạn sẽ viết nhiều hơn chút. Cái nào mà bạn không có support thì bạn sẽ ít idea, viết ít hơn. Chứ không thể nào mà cái mình support thì viết chút chút, còn cái mình không support thì viết quá trời luôn đó nha. Doesn't make any sense. Các bạn thường đi thi tập đoàn văn Việt Nam, các bạn có viết dàn lý không vậy? Yes or no? Hay là nhảy vô viết luôn? Nhảy vô viết luôn, trời ơi. 5 minutes thôi nha các bạn. You got 5 minutes. So just write the keywords, key thing, key ideas. That's it. All right, guys, finished? Yeah? Yeah, you just write some key things there. Now we continue. I'm gonna help you with this. Yeah. All right. So after finishing the plan or your plan, now let's start with the introduction. Okay. So first of all, you know that in the introduction, so first of all, you need to paraphrase, or you need to explain all of the key sentences here, or the topic sentences with using your own words, right? So that's the first thing you need to do. Can someone tell me this? Can someone explain that to me in your own words before I give you one sample answer? Hmm? What is that? Someone, please tell me. Just say whatever, I don't care. Whatever, go. Explain that in your own words. Yeah.
Some people say that the principal agent of the environmental problem nowadays is loss of particular species of land and animals. Others say that the environmental problem is more important.
Yeah, can you add just some kind of environmental problems there? Because you only noted that in your plan, right? Here, discuss view number 2, more important environmental problems. Did you give any name here?
Yes.
What's that?
Climate change.
Climate change, yeah, what else? Give me some kind of environmental problems you can think of. Climate change, what else?
Company and manufacturers waste.
Yeah, the waste, yeah, all of the waste from some factories, right? Or companies. So we call it like, yeah, the waste or the pollution, right? Yeah, what else? Climate change, pollution, what else? What? Global warming, yes, that is that is kind of the results of climate change or something. Yes, yeah, it is a part of that. What else? How about the resources like fuel and all things? We are running out of them, right? Gas, fuels, and things. So that's why now we are thinking about some green energy like wind and sun and all kind of things, because we run out of natural resources like the fossil fuel or something. Okay, so natural resources are running out. Okay, so we can say something like climate change, pollution, resource depletion, things like that. Depletion có nghĩa là giảm hay là đang cạn kiệt dần. Resource có nghĩa là tài nguyên, cạn kiệt tài nguyên, right? Okay, so some of them all should be enough. Don't mention too much. Yeah? Yes, so you only discuss about it. Yeah, someone else please. I need one more and then we go. One more. Who? Explain just the topic sentence in your own words. Whom do you want to try? Yeah, just do it. Don't worry. Whatever you think, do it. Explain that in your own words. For example, like we say some people say that. We can change the word say by what? What?
Kind of opinion, but use the word opinion.
Yeah, but I need a verb. Argue that, yes. Okay, guys? So instead of saying some people say that, you can say some people argue that. Okay? Argue what? The main environmental problem, can you change that to something else? The main environmental problem of our time. Can someone change that to something else? Đâu bạn nào thay được bằng câu khác nghe cho nó hay hay. Mình thay từng khúc ha. Cái nào mình không thay được thì mình dùng lại của người ta. You understand? Yeah, some people say that, so we can say some people argue that. Now the main environmental problem of our time, we can change that to what?
I use the phenomenon cause harm to the environment.
The phenomenal what?
Cause harm to the environment.
Harm. Yeah. To the environment is, yeah, kind of, yes, something like that. Okay. What else, guys? I want to hear more ideas. How can we change? Kinh nghe.
I think it's the main environmental issue.
Yes, the main environmental problem, you can change that to the main environmental issue. It's okay, also okay. Yeah? The main one, can you change the word the main to something else?
Vital.
The vital. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, not bad. Yeah. The vital environmental issue or something like that. Yes, it's okay. Okay. Yes. The loss of particular species of plants and animals. Loss of particular species of plants and animals. Plants and animals, normally if you do IELTS, you will see they have one phrase to replace that one very sufficiently or very effectively. What? Biodiversity. Yes, biodiversity, but that can be many things. Yes, but plants and animals. They normally use the term flora and fauna. Have you ever seen that? Flora and fauna. Flora and fauna. Hệ thực vật và động vật mà. Yeah. Flora and fauna. You will see that a lot. Learn this, guys. You will see this a lot. Flora and fauna. To replace plants and animals. Để mốt đọc mấy cái bài reading nhìn vô còn biết nó là gì nha. Hệ thực vật và động vật ha. Okay, so we have to finish that one, and the next one. Others say that there are more important environmental problems. How can we replace this? Others say that. So again, we need to change the word say that, right? We don't write others say that. We change the word say with what?
Others believe that.
Others believe that, yes. Okay? Mỗi cái bạn thay chút là được rồi. Yeah? You just need to change a little bit, not everything, but just a little bit, and it should be okay. Others believe that there are more. How about there are more important environmental problems? What should we change that for? With? Thư?
There are important environmental problems need to priorities.
Need to be prioritized. Trời ơi, nó đọc ra rồi. Trời ơi, bởi mới nói là fix the pronunciation, guys. Oh my God. Yes, others believe that. So here we are talking about some more important environmental problems. So we are talking about broader concerns. Okay, some broader concerns, such as what? You can name it because you have just mentioned here, right? More important environmental problems. So now you can name them. Like what? Such as climate change, pollution, and what? And resource depletion, right? So that is some other important environmental problems you just wrote in your plan, right? If you have something else, you can add there. But guys, maximum, you should use 3 maximum, or maybe only 2, okay? Because whatever you write there, you have to discuss. You cannot just write the name without discussing. Because they say discuss your views and also discuss both these views and give your own opinion. So you always have to explain whatever you write. If you just want to write about climate change and pollution, then it's fine. But if you want to write about resource depletion, you also have to discuss. Yeah? Okay. So done. So we have just finished the paraphrasing. Okay, now I'm going to read that for you. You can write there. You can write. Bây giờ các bạn kiếm chỗ nào bạn viết, tại cái bài này sẽ là một cái bài liền mạch ha. Còn mấy cái phần tóm nốt gì đó thì bạn để chỗ khác. Còn cái này là nguyên cái bài thầy sẽ đọc cho các bạn. Okay. So whatever we have to discuss comes down to this. So you can write the environmental challenges. This is just a sample answer. Of course, you have many different ways of answering this. Yeah. The environmental challenges or the environmental challenges. If you don't know how to write any single word, just ask. Okay. The environmental challenges facing the world today. Facing the world today are numerous and complex. Are numerous and complex. Do you understand numerous?
Yes.
What does that mean?
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. Very much. Something like that. Numerous and complex. Do you know complex?
And complicated.
Yeah, complicated. Okay. So again, here I just try to explain like the main environmental problem of our time. So just say that the environmental challenges facing the world today are numerous and complex. Full stop. Full stop rồi chấm bạn. Rồi bây giờ mình mới nói đến những cái ý nãy mình giờ nói bây giờ. So now we need to paraphrase the main topic. Okay. So before paraphrasing, you can have some kind of short things like that at the beginning or whatever. Up to you. Okay. So the environmental challenges facing the world today are numerous and complex. So full stop. Why some argue that? Why some argue that? Tức là trong khi một vài người cho rằng hay có ý kiến cho rằng, đúng không? Why some argue that? So we change the word say that with argue that. The most pressing issue. The most pressing issue. Do you know pressing? Kind of like very stressful, okay? Pressing. Pressing. The most pressing issue, like the most important issue, okay? The key issue is the loss of Now instead of writing particular species of plants and animals, so we use flora and fauna, okay? Is the loss of specific species. Specific species. So we replace the word particular with specific. Okay? Particular means specific. Species, just the same, of, and instead of saying plants and animals, we say flora and fauna. Again, why some argue that the most pressing issue is the loss of specific species of flora and fauna. Yeah? Comma. Others believe that. So we change the structure here a little bit. Here they use two sentences, right? They use full stop and then they use others say that. But here we change that a little bit. We combine them together in one sentence. You understand? So we change the structure a little bit. We change some words there. Okay? So comma, others believe that broader concerns. Do you know broader? Bigger, okay? Bigger concerns or broader concerns. Do you know how to write broader? B-R-O-D-E-R. B-R-O-A-D-E-R. Yeah? Very broad, you know, very broad. Cái gì đọc là broad thì trời ơi. Yeah. Cái này là broad nha guys, đừng có broad, broad, broader, yeah. Concerns with S, yeah. Such as or such as, okay. Climate change, comma, pollution, comma, and resource depletion. Cạn kiệt nguồn tài nguyên đó bạn. I mean the resource is running out, okay? And resource depletion. Do you know how to write depletion? Can someone spell that? D-E-P-L-E-T-I-O-N. Yeah? This is a noun. And what is the verb of this? Do you know? Can you guess? What? Yeah, deplete. Yeah. Deplete. That is the verb. And depletion, that is a noun. Yeah? Resource depletion demand greater attention. Do you know demand? Yeah, demand greater attention. That means require more attention from us or from people. You understand? Again, others believe that broader concerns such as climate change, pollution, and resource depletion demand greater attention. Demand in this case, what is that? Now, verb, adjective, adverb, what's that? Guys? Now tell me, I just want to check your grammar. Demand, in this case, is that a noun or a verb? Or adjective or adverb? What's that? In this sentence. Yes, that is a verb. And what is the subject? What is the subject here? Because demand, you know, demand is a verb. Before verb, we need a subject, right? What is that? No. You said that climate change, pollution, and resource depletion. No. Yeah, concerns, broader concerns. And such as, that is just, we give some examples. Okay? Such as climate change, pollution, and resource depletion. Those are just some examples of concerns, of broader concerns. Cái gì Thư hỏi đây? À, sau cái chữ demand là gì hả? Demand greater attention. Greater attention. Yeah? Full stop. So we have just finished paraphrasing the topic sentences there, right? So, guys, look over here. So we have just finished this. Yeah? So next we should do this, right? So first you paraphrase, and then you have to give your opinion now. You will tell the examiner that, okay, now what I'm about to do in this essay. Okay? So full stop, you say, in this essay, comma. In this essay, what do you plan to do? You will do what? First of all, you will say the same thing again, discuss both these views, right? In this essay, I will discuss both these views, but can you change that to something else? Because we don't really want to use the same thing, right? The idea should be the same, but the word should be different. In this essay, I will discuss both these views. So, in this essay, I will what? Of course, if you don't have any other words, then you can write exactly the same thing. I will discuss both these views, but I need something else. Can someone give it to me? Wait. I want to say I will discuss both these views. Translate that from English to English. I will what? Explain both aspects. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, not so bad. Yeah. So in this essay, I will explore both perspectives. Views means perspectives. Okay. I will explore both perspectives. Yeah. And of course, the next thing is, and give your own opinion. And so you have to say, and give my own opinion, right? But I shouldn't write, and I will give my own opinion. I should mention very clearly in the introduction that what my opinion is, which view I support, immediately, so people can understand. Yeah? So, and I will give my own opinion. Yes, I know, I will do that. So what is my opinion? I have to tell them now, not later, now, in the introduction. Now tell me what your opinion is, Thiên Nga. What do you think? Do you support view number 1 or view number 2 or what?
I support view number 2.
So that means, do you think that there are more other important environmental problems, right? Not just something related to the loss of particular species of plants and animals, right? Yeah. So can you say that? So and I will explain why. Okay. And explain why what? Why what? Tức là tôi sẽ, trong cái này tôi sẽ discuss cả hai cái view này và tôi sẽ đưa ý kiến cá nhân, nhưng mà ý kiến đó đều là cái gì bạn phải đề cập ra luôn đi trong introduction. Là tôi cho rằng gì? Tôi cho rằng là cái còn rất nhiều những, tuy rằng là cái thằng loss of species of plants and animals là quan trọng đó, nhưng mà vẫn còn nhiều thằng khác quan trọng hơn. You understand? If you support view number 2, you have to say something like that. Yeah, even I agree that view number 1 is okay, the loss of particular species of plants and animals is really serious, but I think there should be something else we need to concern, blah blah. Yeah. So in this essay, I will explore both perspectives and explain. You say and explain why I believe. So instead of saying the loss of species of plants and animals, I need to change that. Again, the loss of something, I can change that to what? The loss of plants and animals, I can change that to what? The extinction. Yeah? The extinction of species. Okay? And explain why I believe the extinction of species. Các bạn có biết viết chữ extinction không? Yes or no? How do you spell that? Hương? E-I-X luôn hả? Người ta đọc extinction, ở đâu ra chữ D mà đọc D-I-X gì trời ơi. À, bạn tưởng là distinction là phân biệt hả? Thầy đang nói đến extinction là tuyệt chủng đó. How? Thư, help her. Ngọc Anh. Tố Uyên. Extinction, how can you write that? What? Mấy bữa kia học từ vựng không chịu học hả? What? E what? Trời ơi, giờ này nó còn đọc EX nữa, tưởng đang học tiếng Việt hả? Tiếng Việt là chữ X là đọc chữ gì? Tiếng Việt mà chữ hai chữ cận ngược nó đọc là chữ X đúng không? X xì đúng không? Tiếng Anh đọc là gì? Yeah, what? Guys, how do you spell this? Cái gì? Come again? X or X or what? X, guys. X. Cái gì mà EX thì trời man, nửa nạc nửa mở vậy. EX. Ok. EX T INC TION. Yes, extinction. Yes. Yeah. EX TIN C TION. All right. Yeah. And explain why I believe the extinction of species. Có nghĩa là the loss of species đó bạn. Thay vì mình cứ dùng the loss of species, và giờ mình thay bằng the extinction of species. Okay? Is a serious concern. But not the most. Now I want to replace the word important environmental problem with what? We replace the word important with. Give me a similar word of important. Significant, not the most significant environmental problem. Yeah, significant or the vital, right? Like tự sẽ là vital, significant, or you can hear you say critical. Yeah, not the most critical environmental problem. Full stop, and we finish the introduction. Thư, what's your question? Critical hả? Không ghi kịp chỗ nào? But not the most critical environmental problem. Got it? Thư spell that critical.
C or
Cái gì or là cái gì trời?
C or
Yes.
I T I C A
L. Okay. Yes. critical. Critical. Environmental problem. Okay. So now you see, look at the introduction again. So first of all, we only paraphrase the topic sentences. Okay. From the beginning until greater attention, right? And then we say we want to kind of paraphrase the next one, discuss both these views and give your own opinion. So we say in this essay, I will discuss both these views. I replace that with I will explore both perspectives, okay? And give my own opinion. I will say and explain why. And here's my own opinion. I will explain why I believe the extinction of species is a serious concern. Yeah, I agree that is important, but it's not the most critical one. You understand? That is my opinion. I think the loss of specific species of plants and animals is very important, is a serious issue, or a serious concern, but that's not the most important thing for me. You understand? Yeah, got it? So when they say you have to give your own opinion, you have to give your own opinion right there in the introduction. Yeah? And in the conclusion, again, you have to say the same thing. That means that, again, you say that, well, even though the extinction or the loss of particular species of flora and fauna, yeah, is very vital, but, okay? But that's not the most important thing. I think that we still have some other bigger problems, yeah, bigger environmental problems. So that's my opinion. So we have to go through from the beginning until the end. We keep the same idea. Got it, guys? Yeah? Okay. So that's it for today. Next week we will continue with the rest of the essay. Yeah?